I love mechanical pencils for several reasons. Number one, no sharpening, no messy wood carvings and graphite dust, no going too far with the sharpener and have the tip of my pencil break off, and having less and less of a pencil to hold on to. I could go on and on. Number two, I just really like the feel of a mechanical pencil. I love the precision of the edge, and the grip of the handle, the built-in eraser, the weight of the pencil in my hand, the friction of it, the way it kind of rolls across the paper like a ballpoint pen. Feel is important when you're making analog art, at least for me it is. It can be hard to explain why, but some pencils and brushes just feel better than others. It's highly subjective, highly individual, maybe even a bit superstitious, but it's an important factor. Some artists like to scoff at you when you ask them which pencil they're using because, the pencil doesn't matter, which is true to some extent. I mean, the pencil isn't the one making the art, the artist is, but the choice of tools do matter to us artists. Let's just be honest about that. We all have our favorite pencil because reasons. And thirdly, I just like the look of a mechanical pencil on the paper. I like the crisp lines of it, even though I don't have the same options for shading like I do with a regular pencil, like tilting the edge different ways, for example. That doesn't really matter to me because I don't really shade that way. I prefer to shade by either hatching, like making lots of tiny little lines, or by using a paper stump, which you will see later in this video. That said, not all mechanical pencils are created equal. I've tried a lot of them over the years, mostly cheap grocery store mechanical pencils, nothing fancy. I've never spent more than a few bucks on a pencil in my life because I haven't thought that it mattered that much. Well, consider me proven wrong. I decided to try out a particular pencil that I've seen a lot of artists use and rave about, and it's the Graph Gear 1000 by Pentel. It's a Japanese brand. And it's not like I've read reviews or heard arguments for why this is such a great pencil. I was curious about this pencil for the simple artist logic of other artists are using this. I want to use it too. Which is perfectly legit logic, by the way. I just wanted to see what the fuss was all about. So this pencil cost me about 259 Swedish crowns, which is around 24 US dollars, which is quite the price for one pencil, but still not that much in my opinion. All right, let's do some sketches. Let's draw some birds with this pencil and see what it feels like. And while I do that, I will tell you more about this pencil and why I think that all of these other artists are raving about it. I went for the 0.7mm version. I like a little bit of thickness to my leads, thick enough so that they don't break off as easily. I love the weight of this pencil. I like that because of the weight, it balances nicely in my hand. It's easier to be loose with my strokes the way I prefer. And this is really just a matter of taste. I've enjoyed drawing with really lightweight pencils in the past for different reasons, but nowadays I just love me a heavier pencil. It's weird, but I like my strokes a lot more with this pencil for some reason. I can't really explain why. I find it easier to vary my stroke weight. If I push down a bit harder, I get these nice dark lines that are easily smudgeable with a paper stump. Of course, the paper contributes to this as well. The sketchbook that I'm using is a Royal Talens art creation sketchbook, which has pretty smooth paper. It's my favorite paper to draw on, and I'll link it below in the description. I like the way pencils glide across this paper, but it still has enough tooth to let the graphite stay in place. I'll admit, this feeling is quite addictive. Ever since getting this pencil, I keep on wanting to doodle with it. I keep on glancing over at my sketchbook that I always have lying open, and my hand is just itching to draw. And a lot of that is because of this pencil. I like the way it feels in my hand and the way it feels on the paper. Some other cool little details about this pencil is the retractable tip. If I lift this clip here, the pencil tip retracts. It's very handy when traveling or when storing the pencil upright. It also has this adjustable indicator for what hardness of stick you're using. I can twist this part around and I can change the setting if I've changed what lead hardness I'm using. Are there things I don't like about this pencil? It's not very pretty to look at. That's pretty much my only real complaint at the moment. I like the silvery steel look of it. I just wish that these little rubber pads in the grip were transparent, or maybe weren't there at all. I think I would have preferred just a rough textured metal grip. I know they have different colors to distinguish the different lead sizes, so it does have a practical reason, and I can look past the ugly blue color. It's not a big deal. Other than that, I guess we'll see in a few months of heavy usage if something else comes up, like if it breaks or something. But so far, I love this pencil. It's my new favorite pencil. I see it on my desk and I want to draw. Can't get much better than that, right? So yeah, I guess the hype is warranted, at least in my opinion. What is your favorite pencil? Let me know in the comments. Let's exchange recommendations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.